Dear Dad, it's December 31st, the last day of the year. It's been 18 days since you decided that I should consider you dead. You called me on my last day of school. I thought you were calling me to congratulate me on being done my second last semester of my program, but you surprised me with a goodbye. Consider me dead. Those were your words. This did not come as a surprise to me, as I knew you wouldn't take the video that I uploaded about my childhood, my story that I have the right to voice. I knew you wouldn't take that well. Not because of the truth that was told in the video, not because of the way it portrays you, because it is the truth. And that, of course, frustrates you. But I knew what would anger you more would be what the family would think about you. Your reputation, your ego, and your pride were bruised. Not my mom, your wife at the time of a lot of these events, your children, but you, the only person you care about. A true narcissist. I voiced my concern about our relationship to you previously this year. I didn't speak to you for many months for my anger and my resentment for the way you were living your life, the way I was being treated, and the way you wanted to force something upon me that I didn't feel comfortable with, like a new woman in your life and a new family that you've always wanted. It was too soon for me, and I voiced that to you, and I asked you to respect it. Otherwise, you didn't have to be in my life. I told you this. Either you're in my life 100% or not at all. I didn't want a half dad. I wanted someone who would be there, someone who would care. You told me you would fulfill your roles as a father, and you promised to pay attention to me and reach out to me every day. You did this. You messaged me every single day. In retrospect, now I see why you did that. You didn't want it to be in my control for me to remove you from my life. Oh no. You wanted to do that yourself. You've always wanted to get rid of us. You've said it so many times before that you wanted a new family, and this was your perfect way out by playing the victim card on the things I said in my video. No apology, no understanding, just that I only saw the bad in you. And because of this, that I would rather you dead. This is what you said to me. You said to me that you would always love me. And I can't lie, I will too. But I can't say that losing you isn't a relief, because it is. I feel free. I feel closure. I feel like you finally came to terms with what you've always wanted, which was a fresh start, a new life, without the people that you created a family with, my mother and my brothers and I. I'm not sad. I'm not angry. I am just at peace now. And I'm glad that you were able to face your demons finally and not pretend anymore like you cared about people that you never cared about. For a very long time, at least, for the last couple of years. I was 20 years old when you and Mom separated. And after that separation, we found out you were having an affair. The whole time you were with her. The whole time that I was suspicious about why you would put on Facebook that your relationship with my mother, aka your marriage with my mother, was complicated. As well as putting all our family photos on private. You got defensive and aggressive and said that it was none of my business, as if you weren't my father and she wasn't my mother, and the love that you pretended to have for her wasn't witnessed by me. I was 22 years old when I moved in with you, the biggest mistake I could have made, trying to get rid of a toxic environment with my brothers and moving into an even more toxic environment with you. You continued the abuse, you continued the aggression, and not only that, but it got worse. You thought I was asleep the times that you would pull my covers knowing I wasn't dressed under my sheets. You thought I was asleep when you were trying to get pictures or videos or whatever you were doing on your phone. But I was awake. And I remember pulling my sheets over me thinking, what are you doing? pretending to be asleep because I was so embarrassed and so ashamed and so disgusted by what you were doing. You're a horrible person, and anyone who thinks that I'm going to regret anything I've said on the internet about you, anything I've placed on my channel about you and about the truth and everything you've done to me, I will never regret it. Because this isn't just a fight we're having, this isn't just a phase we're having, this is the person you are. And truth be told, for a very, very long time, I have not liked that person. I have not wanted that person in my life. And I thought for the longest time that I did, and I wanted to fix you, and I wanted to fix our relationship. And I wanted things to be better. But I was just lying to myself. I was subjecting myself to the negativity and the toxicity of a relationship with you that would never work. This is the last video I'm going to make about this subject, and this is the last time I'm ever going to speak about you to anyone ever. Because like you said, you are dead to me. You may get sick, your time may come, but you will always remain the same person you are, and you will never apologize for anything you've done. So this is never going to work. You made the right choice to walk away, and I'm glad you did. I don't want anyone in my life who treats me the way you do. I don't think anyone in my life has ever treated me as bad as you have. But since you decided to walk into my life after I had the door open for you, but ready to close it, only to walk right back out and slam the door in my face, I want to remind you of some of the things you'll miss. You're going to miss my graduation from my degree program. You're going to miss walking me down the aisle when I get married. You're going to miss meeting your firstborn grandchild, because I'm pretty sure it won't come from my brothers. You won't be able to meet my children. You'll miss so many birthdays, both mine and my brother's and my mother's. But you won't care about those, so that's okay. You never cared about them anyway. I can't remember the last time we received any gifts from you for any sort of holiday, and I don't say that to hold it to a conditional perspective. But I say it because you loved to rub in my face how many presents you would get for children who aren't even yours. Most of all, I want to let you know that you're going to miss out on the person I will become. The person I am right now, you're missing out on it. And you will forever regret that decision to have been such a horrible person to me. And I will forever be grateful for telling my truth and telling my story, because you will not silence me. You will not censor the truth. And as for all the family watching this, I don't know what this will mean for us. I don't know how this is going to make any of my family members feel about me after these series of events. I know the last video distanced a lot of family from me, but at the end of the day, if none of my family members are able to accept me for who I am and what I've been through and what my truth is, just like my dad has never accepted me and who I am, that's on you, and that's your loss. So I'm bringing in the new year as a daughter of my mother, and that's it. She is the only one I will need, and she is the only one I have needed my entire life. So it's not going to be hard. I'm not going to miss you, Dad. I've missed you for so many years. You've never truly been there. So there's nothing to miss. The last couple times we've seen each other, we didn't even know what to talk about. You don't know me at all. And I feel like I don't know you at all either, despite me knowing the kind of person you are. I don't know anything about what you're up to, what your interests are. I don't know you anymore, and you don't know me anymore. So that made it much easier, and I thank you for that. And for anyone else who can relate, I want you to know that just because someone is family, it doesn't mean you have to put up with them. It doesn't mean you can't walk away. It doesn't mean they can't be completely removed from your life because of the horrible, horrible things they have done to you. We don't get to choose the family we're born into, unfortunately. And I have a wonderful family, I'm not saying I don't. But my father has never contributed to the person I am. I am everything he is not, and I have always lived my life that way. I want to be everything he is not. So again, I thank you, Dad, for showing me the perfect example of who not to be and how not to live my life. Happy New Year.